We call the meeting to order. If you stand for the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. And our invited pastor is not with us this evening, and so if there's no objection from council. David is here?
Yeah, no. I think he's telling a young child. You're good, Mary.
All right. And so if no objection from council, I'll have the invocation and we'll move on. Lord, we give thanks for the town of Black Mountain, for Buncombe County, for our state, for our country. We in particular pray for Black Mountain this evening. We pray for our employees, for our citizens, and for the welfare of all. We're grateful for all these who served, who ran for office, those who were elected, and we ask your mercy and grace on all. And we ask for your guidance and direction in this meeting. And we give thanks in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Be seated. Council, we have an amendment to the agenda that we passed on Thursday at our agenda meeting, and the amendment is to include a closed session at the end of the meeting. And so if there's no other discussion, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Thank you. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
And opposed, no. We have some proclamations and awards, and I'll call on Vice Mayor Stone, if he would, to recognize me, I suppose. I might make the right words to say, but that's
Absolutely.
just what's going to happen.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Mr. Mayor. And on behalf of the town of Black Mountain, it's my pleasure to read this proclamation. Whereas the town of Black Mountain is always appreciative of those who serve for the betterment of the town, and whereas Larry B. Harris has dedicated many years of service to the town of Black Mountain, both as a council member and as mayor, and whereas during his term of office, Larry B. Harris rendered valuable services to the town of Black Mountain and the citizens thereof. Whereas it is fitting and proper that the town shows its appreciation when one has rendered such valuable services. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the town council of the town of Black Mountain that Larry B. Harris is hereby acknowledged as a good and loyal and faithful public servant of the town of Black Mountain, that this proclamation expresses the deep appreciation on behalf of the governing body and the citizens of the town for the valuable service which you have rendered and provided, that this proclamation is hereby presented to Larry B. Harris, and a copy shall be placed within the records of the town of Black Mountain. This, the 12th day of December. Ryan Stone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve, and I assume you couldn't figure out the number of years I've actually served. No, that's great. Thank you. Very kind of you, Angela, to arrange for the plaque and everything. And it has been an honor, and especially in particular an honor these last couple of years to serve with this board and Vice Mayor Stone. And we'll wish you all the best in the coming days, months, and years. And so now it is my honor to recognize my friend Ryan Stone, Vice Mayor Ryan Stone, and with his plaque. And Ryan, it has been my particular pleasure to serve with you. Before I read your proclamation, that this is a proclamation for Vice Mayor Ryan Stone, December 12th, 2022. Whereas the town of Black Mountain is always appreciative of those who serve for the betterment of the town. Whereas Ryan Stone has dedicated 9 years of service to the town of Black Mountain in various leadership roles, both as council member and vice mayor. Whereas during his term of office, Ryan Stone rendered valuable services to the town of Black Mountain and the citizens thereof. And whereas it is fitting and proper that the town of Black Mountain shows its appreciation and recognition when one has rendered such valuable services. Now therefore be it proclaimed by the mayor and town council of the town of Black Mountain that Ryan Stone is hereby acknowledged as having been a good, loyal, and faithful public servant of the town of Black Mountain, that this proclamation expresses the deep appreciation on behalf of the governing body of the citizens of the town of Black Mountain for the valuable service which he has provided the town. That this proclamation is hereby presented to Ryan Stone, and a copy of the same shall be placed within the records of the town of Black Mountain. Proclaimed this 12th day of December 2022, Larry B. Harris, Mayor. Congratulations. So now we even have more awards, and if we could bring in the, bring them in. All right. I moved on this side because I knew I'd be buried back there if I didn't move out here. Congratulations, guys. Let's give them one more hand. I'm going to ask Superintendent Rob Jackson, who's here this evening. He was here to just to speak a bit, introduce himself to Town Council in Black Mountain, but to give him the opportunity to say a few words before I read the resolution.
Well, thank you. Well, first of all, to you, Mr. Mayor, to our Vice Mayor and Town Council and the citizens of Black Mountain, we very much appreciate you taking the time to honor our student athletes. We're so very proud of our Owen High School war horses, not just because they brought so much bling back to the valley, but really for the manner in which they did it. Watching them compete with outstanding sportsmanship, showing outstanding character, particularly in the state championship soccer game when we're not sure how it's going to go. When it comes down through a long game to penalty kicks, characters revealed. And the character we saw revealed in the championship game and on the cross-country pitch as well was one of what we would expect in the Valley, which is incredible sportsmanship. And so we're very proud of them. And again, to the town of Black Mountain, thank you so much for honoring our student athletes. Mr. Mayor did want to recognize their principal, Dr. Sam Searcy is here, the principal of Owen Middle School.
Thank you, Dr. Jackson. Cross-country and soccer champs. The Owen Warhorses 2022 2A state champions. Whereas the citizens of the town of Black Mountain appreciate the talent and athletic abilities of all Owen High School teams and acknowledge the historic athletic season for Owen High School. And whereas by its extraordinary efforts, the dynamic Owen High School men's varsity soccer team under the direction of head coach Trey Morrison ended their 2022 season as the 2A state soccer champions. Whereas the talented men's cross-country team completed their season as 2A state cross-country champions under the direction of head coach Bob Settlemeyer and whereas the town does wish to recognize and commend the excellent performance, dedication, and commitment of these young men along with their coaching staff, as they have proven to be a source of admiration and inspiration to the citizens of Black Mountain. Now therefore be it proclaimed that I, Mayor Larry B. Harris, and the Town Council of the Town of Black Mountain, in honor of the team spirit and winning determination, congratulate Owen High's men's varsity soccer team and the Owen High School men's cross-country team for an outstanding season, proclaimed this 12th day of December 2022. Congratulations. Coach, a brief word? A brief word? Okay, well, let's,
Sorry, I just want to thank everybody. I think about our program's success, and it can't be, we couldn't have had it without the parent support and the town support. We run through this town every day in the fall, and we're dodging cars and people and pedestrians, but it's just a great town. It's everyone's so supportive, and we really appreciate it. very much.
great, thank you, thank you. So congratulations, and if you'd like, I think council would love to congratulate you, so just circle around and greet the council members.
Good job. Awesome. Thank you. Good job. Congratulations. 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 What do you got? Congratulations.
We are pleased to introduce Dr. Rob Jackson, who is here with us this evening, just to further introduce himself to the Valley, and thank you for coming out tonight.
Thank you. Again, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Vice Mayor, members of the Town Council, there's nothing you can do to make a parent's heart sing any more or an educator's heart sing any more than to recognize their children. And so thank you very much this evening for recognizing our student athletes from Owen High School. It's wonderful that my opportunity to be before you happened to coincide with that. It makes me very happy. This evening I'm here for just a moment simply to introduce myself. I grew up in the Valley. I grew up in Swannanoa, had the opportunity to attend Swannanoa School, which was a 1-8 school back in the day, and later, as I finished serving in the Navy for 3 years, became a school secretary at Charles C. Bell Elementary School and a summer custodian and drove a bus while going to AB Tech and later Western Carolina to become a teacher and move through the career. Having the opportunity now to return to the school system that I grew up in is an incredible blessing. I feel a indebtedness in my heart to this school system because so much in my family's history has been tied to the school system in terms of the blessings we've received. This evening, I just wanted to introduce myself to thank you in person for the partnership that our school system, and particularly the schools on this end of the county, have enjoyed with the town of Black Mountain. as I've had the opportunity to visit in each of the municipalities, I just want to further our commitment to continue to work in partnership with our municipalities, particularly Black Mountain, because we do know that it takes all of us to serve our county and our town's greatest resources, and that being our children. So, Mr. Mayor, thank you so much for a few moments of your time just to say thank you to each of you for your partnership and for your support of our school system and our schools. Thank you,
Dr.
sir.
Jackson. Council, any questions or comments for Dr. Jackson? Thank you. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Citizen comments.
We have less copies.
Oh, I'm sorry, forgive me. Chief Coffey, forgive me. I was trying to rush right through things. Thank you. We have a life-saving award presentation, and Chief Coffey.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm John Coffey. I'm Chief of Black Mountain Fire Department. And tonight we are honoring one of our own.
Chief Coffey, excuse me just a second for interrupting.
Yes, sir.
You know, we had this soccer and cross-country team. We can get more people up here, so come on up. Come on up. Get over here.
We're here to recognize and honor one of our fellow firefighters. And just to let you know, an honor like this, it's a bit different for us because we do this for you folks every single day, protecting the citizens and doing what we're supposed to do. But when we recognize someone who's going above and beyond the norms of our profession, that definitely deserves recognition. And the person we're recognizing tonight is one of our volunteer firefighters, Phil Berry. Phil's been with the department for how many years now? I don't even know. But we have a letter of commendation here. It says, presented to firefighter Phil Berry on August 17th, 2022, while aboard American Airlines Flight 60 over the Pacific Ocean, the airline attendants were alerted to a medical emergency. Without response from a doctor to assist with the anaphylaxis reaction, firefighter Phil Berry rushed to render aid, obtaining an EpiPen and administering the medication, undeniably saving the individual's life. Your vigilance in the situation and inclination to render aid is admirable and worthy of recognition. On behalf of the Black Mountain Fire Department and the citizens of our community, you were commended for your decision-making and selfless actions that day in August. This letter of commendation serves as a formal acknowledgement of your excellence in public service, and your continuous dedication to the community is evident and greatly appreciated. And this medal here is also from the state of North Carolina to recognize that is something that he will now wear on his uniform. Thank you very much.
Now we're ready for citizen comments, and first we have Roger Brown, and just name it, when you get to the table, name, address, and you have 3 minutes.
I'm Roger Brown. I live at 681 North Fork Road, and I'm the Owen High School Booster Club Athletic President. And I just wanted to come and personally thank the town of Black Mountain and the board for y'all's support of our student athletes this year. Y'all allow us to put the big banner up in town square out there. And I just want you to know that those little things that we do make a difference in our athletes. We see it from their attitudes each and every day. You know, the little bit of things that we do make a difference. And I just wanted to say thank you and appreciate all that y'all do for our students and our athletes and our people here in the town.
Roger, thank you for your leadership, with the Boosters Club.
Yes,
Thank
sir,
you.
yes.
Thank
It's
you.
my pleasure.
Thank you, Roger. Ann Lutz.
Hello, Ann Lutz, 211 North Park Lane, and I'm here as the chair of the Black Mountain Greenways and Trails Committee, and I would like to extend our appreciation to Mayor Harris and Vice Mayor Stone and the council and staff for their support of the Black Mountain Greenways and Trails Committee this past year. We look forward to our next year of working under the National Park Service Rivers, Trails, and Conservation Assistance Program grant and continuing that good work, along with our partners, the town, the Chamber of Commerce, and Connect Buncombe. So thank you very much for your service.
Thank you, Ann. Tyler Atkins.
Thank you, Council. My name is Tyler Atkins. I'm a father, a parent. I am the husband of an educator in town, 807 Laurel Avenue. Tonight, I'm here to continually advocate for youth sports in Black Mountain and the continued funding and appreciation of that from the council. I know we have a big master plan coming up. My boys play multiple sports. I'm advocating tonight in particularly for our park, Veterans Park. Veterans Park needs a lot of upgrades, a lot of maintenance, and one I would like to see is a PA system at the park so that our children can enjoy the experience of an actual league night out experience. This can be done in different manners, but simple announcements.
Now batting for the War Horses, Jonah Atkins.
Or
Now batting for the War Horses, Nolan Atkins.
and if appealing to a child doesn't meet your need, perhaps
Now batting for Black Mountain, attorney at law, Ronald Sneed.
not only does it make it a better experience for children and parents alike, it can also be used to pay for itself in ways for our advertisers, our sponsors, different things that we can post about the town and mention as they're there at the baseball park tonight to keep our town included on different events going on.
We would now like to pause and thank our sponsor, the town of Black Mountain, for another great season of baseball in the Valley. Don't have plans next week? Come on out to the Pumpkin Post in the community garden and listen to Smashing Pumpkins, the gourd, not the band.
Council, thank you for your time. I hope you'll continue to consider youth sports in your budgetary procedures. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. I failed to make a couple of very important announcements. We have our town clerk, who is on maternity leave, and of course, Angela Reese is deputy town clerk, filling in. But Savannah had a little girl on the 7th, Amelia Eloise. And so, mother and baby and other children, everybody's doing well. And I have a new grandson that came on the 10th, and so Abraham Brian Harris. And so he was born on Saturday morning, very early in the morning. We were not there, so. Good news, and those are good, happy announcements, and we're on to the consent agenda. Josh?
All right, your consent agenda tonight consists of two items. Item A would be the adoption of minutes. Item B would be the 2023 manager performance goals as discussed with mayor and town council. And that'll be your consent agenda for the evening.
Thank you. Council, you have any questions, comments? Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
And all those in favor of that motion?
Aye.
Thank you. Any opposed? No. All right, so we are at, we're having an we have no unfinished business. We're on to an organizational meeting, and we're honored to have Mr. Cochran, if you'll come on up. We're honored to have our Clerk of Superior Court in Buncombe County, the Honorable Stephen D. Cochran, who is out once again to swear in some newly elected officials, and you're newly elected as well, aren't you, I believe?
That's true.
Yeah, so congratulations.
Been around a while, so.
So congratulations to you. Thank you for being out. What we'll do is we will have Mr. Cogburn present the oath of office and installation of Mayor-elect Michael Sobel. The same for Council Member-elect Alice Berry, and the same for Council Member-elect Bill Christie. At that time, the newly elected officials can take their place, and then they can proceed to appoint a vice mayor, and you can swear the new vice mayor in. And so we'll do that, and at that point in time, we'll take a 5-minute recess, and if anybody wants a photograph or whatever, that kind of thing, and then you can proceed with the rest of your meeting. So, Mr. Sobel? Good to see you, Ryan. Thanks.
You like Bible Christians? All right. If you are ready, left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. I, C. Michael Sobel,
I, C. Michael Sobel,
do solemnly and sincerely swear
do solemnly and sincerely swear
that I will support and maintain
I will support and maintain
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and the laws of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina,
and the laws and Constitution of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith.
and that I will faithfully discharge
I will faithfully discharge
the duties of my office as mayor of the town of Black Mountain, North Carolina.
the duties of the office of mayor of the town of Black Mountain.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think we got one more for you to sign, Mr. Mayor. Now that I can say that officially. Yes, sir. All right. Next on my list, I was where's that?
Right here.
There you are. I am sorry. Bible is just to affirm, whatever you decide. You want to hold that note on the Bible and raise your right hand. I, Alice Berry,
I, Alice Berry,
do solemnly and sincerely swear
do solemnly and sincerely swear
that I will support and maintain
that I will support and maintain
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and the laws of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina,
and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of my office as council member of the town of Black Mountain, North Carolina.
the duties of my office as council member of the town of Black Mountain, North Carolina.
Congratulations. Now I need Mr. Christie. Get up hold that in your left hand and raise your right hand.
Yes, sir, I will.
I, William H. Christie,
I, William H. Christie,
do solemnly and sincerely swear
do solemnly and sincerely swear
that I will support and maintain
that I will support and maintain
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina,
and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of my office as council member of the town of Black Mountain, North Carolina.
of my office as council member of the town of Black Mountain, North Carolina.
Congratulations. Quick. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, now we move on to D, organizational meeting. And this is for the vice mayor. So I open the floor for a nomination for vice mayor.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to nominate Archie Pertiller as vice mayor of the town of Black Mountain.
Okay. Do I hear any other nominations? If not, then we will go ahead, and Archie is nominated. And I move that the council appoint Archie Pertiller as vice mayor of the town of Black Mountain. And the vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Congratulations, Archie. Thank you.
Now what you get yourself into?
I, Archie Pertiller,
I, Archie Pertiller,
do solemnly and sincerely swear
do solemnly and sincerely swear
that I will support and maintain
that I will support and maintain
the Constitution and laws of the United States
the Constitution and laws of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina,
and the Constitution and laws of North Carolina,
not inconsistent therewith,
not inconsistent therewith,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of my office as vice mayor of the town of Black Mountain, North Carolina.
as my office as vice mayor of the town of Black Mountain, North Carolina.
Congratulations, sir.
Steve, thank you for coming out.
Mr. Mayor, thank you very much. I have to say, it's an honor to always be asked by the town of Black Mountain to come out here and do this. It's a wonderful town, wonderful people, and those who give their time and service to do this should be admired and congratulated, although sometimes I guess you wonder if anybody really feels that way. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Does the board wish to go ahead and take a 5-minute recess? Okay, stop right here. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
We'll take a 5-minute recess. All right, now that we've got a full slate back, let's move on to the adoption of the schedule for the town council agenda workshop and regular session. I got a motion for that?
So moved.
Okay, Archie makes the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, that passes. And then the certification of the 2022 Buncombe County municipal election results. Do I hear a motion on that?
Before we move, Josh, would you mind just for us and for the public to explain our role in voting on this and certifying this, since they have already been certified by the county?
I can explain to you from what I know. I don't know that there's a lot of municipalities across the state that do this. We are in fact one of those municipalities that do this. And essentially what you're doing is confirming the results in the most recent election, and that is the extent of my knowledge. And they're in the town record.
Okay, thank you. I move to accept the November 8th, 2022 general election results.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Doesn't seem to be any, so 5-0 vote. Now we get to the appointments. First appointment is going to be for the Center for the Arts. One board member, one alternate. Sometimes this can be a little bit confusing as to how we're going to do this. Have you changed over the past few years?
We have not, Mayor Sobel. We actually, I think, included in the packet what we have currently in place, if that helps any of the current people that are in those positions. But no, we have not changed that, Mr. Mayor.
My point on that, though, is if we start getting more than one, that's the issue, if we have more than one nominated for a position.
At the mayor's discretion, you take all nominations and then vote one by one.
All right, so we're getting 2 new appointments in for the Center of the Arts. The member now is Archie and the alternate is Pam. So, do I hear a motion for the member for the Center for the Arts Board?
If there are no motions, I would be willing to stay with that particular committee.
You want that, you retain the position. Okay. All right, all in favor of that?
Aye.
Okay, so Archie there. Pam, are you looking to do the same, or you're looking for an?
I would prefer that somebody else were the alternate this go around.
Okay, all right, do I hear any motions?
I would like to make a motion that Bill Christie be nominated for that position.
Okay, any other nominations?
Are you interested, Bill? If you're not interested.
If not, all in favor of Bill Christie being the alternate member for the Center for the Arts?
Whether you like it or not, Bill.
That's- Thank you. The draft is still in effect.
Yeah.
Now we go to the Black Mountain Swananoa Chamber of Commerce Executive Board. Doug Hay was the member, and Tim Raines. Of course, Tim's no longer in the area, he's in Florida. So,
Mr. Mayor, I nominate Doug Hay.
okay, Doug. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so Doug has that position. And now we gotta have an alternate member because of Tim being not being here anymore. So I need a nomination.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to nominate Council Member Alice Berry.
Any other nominations? Hearing none, let's go ahead and vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, unanimous. Now, Land of the Sky Regional Council. That is where Larry Harris was the member and Ryan Stone was the alternate. So we need to have 2 new members on that.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to nominate Pam King for Land of Sky.
Pam King. Any other nominations? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Very good. Now for the alternate.
I'll nominate Archie Petila, or Councilmember, or Vice Mayor Petila.
Okay.
for alternate, if he's so interested.
Any other nominations? Not seeing any with the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Nobody against it, so that one passes. French Broad River MPO Board of Directors. That was also Larry Harrison Rhinestone, so we need to. Let me just ask a question, Steve. Are we restricted, I don't want to remember back when I was on the town board, as to how many boards members can be on?
Not on these particular boards, because these are typically filled by your elected officials on other panels.
Okay.
Now, obviously, you can kill a board member by appointing them to everything if you ban at them, but I don't think there's any particular limit.
Okay, very good.
I think there's a practical limit, not a legal limit.
All right. Any nomination for the board member for the MPO directors?
Mr. Mayor, I nominate Archie Pertiller.
Archie. No other nominations? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Now for the alternate member. Motion?
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to
Nomination.
nominate Pam King, please.
Okay. All right. No more, so no more nominations, so all in favor of the motion?
Aye.
5-0. All right, now we go to the French Broad River MPO Technical Coordinating Committee.
Now, this one is staff typically, is that correct?
That is correct.
So,
Are we to nominate Jessica and John and you?
If that's who you'd like to represent us, that'd be fine.
Willing and
That's
able?
typically, I mean, that's typically who goes.
Right.
okay. Well, we'll take one at a time, so then Jessica is being nominated then for the member. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, it's 5-0. Josh for the alternate. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Asheville Regional Council.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to nominate Council Member Alice Berry for that position, please.
Okay. Not hearing any other nominations. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, alternate member. I hear nomination for the alternate member.
Miss Jessica.
That's,
Nominate
It's
Jessica Trotman.
So, does the board wish to keep her there?
yes.
You might be able to speak to that, Archie.
Yes, that position is, it needs a planner, it needs a town planner to be on there. And Jessica is well qualified for that.
Okay. All in favor of Jessica?
Aye.
All right. 5-0 on that one. Now, the Friends of the Fontaflora State Trail Board. I need a nomination. Pam is presently the member and Doug is the alternate member.
I'd like to nominate our mayor, Michael Sobel.
Okay. Thank you. Not hearing any more, any other names. Vote on the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Now for the alternate member. So we need to get an alternate member on the Fontaflora.
I nominate Doug Hay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, very good. So that takes care of that. Now we can move on to new business and the annual Green Tea Grill lease. Mr. Sneed.
The lady who operates the 19th hole, now known as the Green Tea Grill through her LLC, the Green Tea Grill, the end of her lease is up, although she had an option to renew for a year. Her notice, it's It's an option you could deny, but you have the right to ask for that. She has asked to renew. Terms are the same as last year. We've not raised her rent. One little bit of flexibility about Monday openings. She is suffering from the same staff shortage as everybody else. Found it difficult to keep the place open on the slowest day. Did ask for some flexibility. It's only changed your last year's lease is on Monday. We don't require her to be open if it's not business wise or practical.
Does the council have any issues with the terms of the lease?
Do we offer a, like a soda machine or water machine or anything down there for Mondays if someone playing?
There is a soda machine outside, yes.
Okay.
On that covered porch?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the current rent covering the maintenance, insurance, tax on the building?
Probably not,
Okay.
to be honest. And I don't have an analysis ready, but more than likely, no.
I'm not in favor in general on raising rent without at least 90 days notice, but I'd be curious to hear those numbers and see kind of where we're at with the comparison. I think it's really important to offer that at the golf course, and I think we all want the business to be successful, but I am curious about the amount that we're subsidizing compared to the cost of running it.
Would the board like to continue her for a month as a tenant at sufferance while you reconsider the lease?
Any comments on that?
I mean, I'd be in favor of going longer than a month, but I'm curious to hear from y'all.
That's fine with me to continue it, to get that information, so then they can go have that information, vote on it next month. Continuing under the same terms, the existing terms.
So
Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah, that gives you the time to find out what Alice needs to know.
Yeah.
Tells the tenant she can operate for the next month.
Sure.
And then at the same time, we can find out why the rent is so low. As the board probably knows, this was an enticement. It's never been a real big moneymaker, and you found yourself historically in the past, people were not making any money and not providing really good service. And so that's where your rent's low. But this environment's been changed, and the tenant may be the victim of her own success and be doing well enough to afford more rent. I don't know.
is that, Bill, are you making that in form of a motion then?
I will make it in a form of motion to continue the rent as is until we can consider it next month. And with that, ask the staff to get us information.
Okay. That's the motion on the floor. Any questions, conditions, or anything? Otherwise, let's take a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. All right, Doug, the RFP for the town attorney services discussion. I'll turn it over to you.
All right. Yeah, so this is pretty simple. I was looking at the previous RFP for the town attorney, which was dated back to the beginning of 2018. So my thoughts here are that it's good hygiene for the town and for the attorney to periodically, ensure that we're putting out a new RFP to make sure that everyone is getting their needs served. And so I would request that we open up, or we instruct the town staff to put together a new RFP for the town attorney and position, and then we would vote on that next week to actually open it up.
You mean next month?
So
Next month,
Next
yeah.
month.
Next regular schedule of the year. Yeah.
So now what about time frames? Are you going to be okay with the fact if the RFP comes in on Thursday before the meeting, that then we just have that weekend to consider it? Or do you want more time to look at if other people apply for it?
Well, the
no,
RFP doesn't go out until after you've approved the form of the RFP.
Mm-hmm.
This is just to approve the RFP.
Oh, we're just doing the
Yeah,
approval.
which I believe the RFP would be open it up for 60 days, allow people to apply, and then we can,
Okay.
So this is just to approve the RFP to open the position, or to announce the position, I guess.
So you're making a motion then for staff to go ahead and put this together?
That's right.
And then we'll vote next time?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
And, while we're doing that, it may be a good opportunity to, speaking with Councilmember Christie, this was his idea, I won't take credit for it, but to go ahead and build in some sort of standard practice that we would follow every 4 years or something. We go ahead and do this, and so that it's not, it's just done on, on the calendar. It's on the calendar, and we just do this every so often.
So you're going to include that in there, correct?
Well, it won't be in the
It'll be in
RFP,
the RFP.
but I think it's
For when we approve it,
in your-
that's what I'm saying.
yeah, procedure.
All right. All in favor of that motion from Doug?
Aye.
Okay, 5-0. Come to that point where we have more citizen comment. Do we have any citizens that wish to speak? Doesn't look like we have a herd of people wanting to speak.
Don't know where to begin.
Public hearing, yeah. Public hearing, we don't have any, so now communications from the staff.
I have nothing to add this moment.
Mr. Mayor, Council, I've got a couple of announcements. This year, in the 2022 Deck the Trees, this is the first year that Town Hall has participated, but we do have Town Hall, Lakeview Senior Center, and Fire Department all participating in sponsoring trees this year. Last year, the community raised $42,000, which is amazing, for the Deck the Trees Fund, which solely goes to heating needs for people that need help. You can also visit the Chamber of Commerce website to check out photos of those trees if you don't have time to get by and see them. Secondly, we are going to once again provide our overflow dumpsters down at Public Works for residents to bring their overflow trash and recycling from the Christmas holiday. Of course, these dumpsters are only available to residents, so please feel free to check out our website and give you some more information on that. And then lastly, we will be closed observing holidays the 23rd of December, the 26th of December, and the 27th for Christmas, and also closed on Monday, January the 2nd for New Year's. And that's it for me.
Josh, would you mind to provide a few project updates? I saw that the sidewalk in front of CVS looked like it was done.
So yes, the sidewalk from CVS is finally wrapped up. I think that's been a 2-year project, maybe longer. So that one has moved forward. Now the contractor will be able to jump back on the rest of the fire department apron, if you will, the other side that they haven't gotten done yet for the concrete work that we approved a number of months ago. Still working on our emergency signal with DOT, who's waiting on parts for that project at Montree and State Street.
The bridge on the golf course?
Bridge on the golf course has started, and they are working through that. I think the weather is not being so kind to us right now, but it has begun. The state is happy that we're beginning that work, and hopefully as soon as we get some good weather, he can finish. I don't think he's got a lot of days left to do it, if he can get out there and do it. The boards are on it. Great. Great. So now you can walk across it.
Question? Oh, go ahead.
Josh, what about the 9th Street Bridge? I can't remember, I saw something, but that's.
So the 9th Street
we're still
Bridge,
waiting.
we are still, that's a DOT funded project for the most
Right.
part. 80% of it, we are just at their mercy on when they're gonna do it.
Okay.
The last conversation we had probably a month ago, they're going back and forth with the engineers on design. But that project is ticking up on cost right now as we speak. I think originally it was about $680,000 and now it's probably around $800,000.
Anybody, any other questions for Josh? I've got one on this regarding the sidewalk on US 70 there at CVS, you know. With that completion of that section, will that then qualify for us to be able to get a crosswalk in there?
Yes.
Or are we gonna have to go up on the right side on CVS?
Mr. Mayor, yes, we are qualified. DOT is funding that. they're gonna do the ped heads and the crosswalks. We're gonna wait on them. If we get tired of waiting, we may want to look at funding it ourselves, but they have said they will fund it. They're just not sure
Any
when.
idea what that would be should the state?
Oh, cost-wise?
Yeah.
I don't off the top of my head, but I'm happy to get you numbers.
Yeah, get a number so we have it. Okay. Very good. Thank you. Now, any communication from the council? They want to speak?
Mr. Mayor, I'd just like to welcome our new council member, Alice Berry, and our incumbent re-elected, Bill Christie. Congratulations on your appointments.
Thank you.
And Mr. Mayor, congratulations to you also. Thank you. Welcome.
Very good.
I'll echo that welcome. I'm excited to work with this board and appreciate everyone's involvement. And also wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays as we wrap up the year. It's been a pleasure.
I just wanted to thank the Chamber of Commerce for putting on one heck of a parade. I think that was the best parade ever. I'm not sure, I heard it was the longest, but I don't know if that's true. But at any rate, it was a really nice event, and it takes a small army of volunteers to put that on. They're all like invisible, you don't know they're there, but it's a big job, and they do it really well. And also, I'd like to thank our Recreation Department for the Circle of Lights at Lake Tomahawk right after the parade, which I personally like a lot. It was lovely. So we had a good kickoff to the holiday season here in Black Mountain, I think.
I'll chime in holly jolly too, Friday night beforehand. So thanks to everyone. Look forward to working with y'all.
Good. Yes, following up on the comments that Pam said about the parade, I've never seen so many people in my life.
It was packed.
Never. I mean, I was stunned by it, pleasantly stunned. But yeah, that was, they did a good job. And I look forward to our board doing a good job. I take pride in being a part of such a intelligent board. And most important, I'm glad to be a part of Team Black Mountain. Merry Christmas. Meeting is adjourned.
No. Closed session. Closed session.
Closed session.
That's right.
So close.
Almost.
It's adjourned for you.
All right, do we have a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.